What's poppin'?
Hey, it's your girl, Lady Free.
Shift Real Talk Nation, y'all talk back to us. What's going on?
You gonna introduce yourself?
First and foremost, I'm your boy, Pastor J.
All right, y'all, and listen today.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Baby, I did that.
Okay, all right. Wait, let's just make sure we
Should
on
we?
point.
Do you want to start over?
Yeah, let's start over. Do it again.
Hey, it's your girl, Lady Free.
Okay, I heard that. I'm your boy, Pastor J.
Y'all, and today we are so excited to be back on. This is Shift Real Talk TV, and you are watching Shift Real Talk Tuesdays. We are so excited that you were able to join us today. Listen, if this is your first time joining us, this is a podcast where we talk about love, life, and relationships. So we want to make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get all the videos that we put out, and make sure you share, like, and share. All right. On every platform, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, we are at Shift Real Talk TV. So as usual, we are going to bring you another hot topic. So the hot topic today is
Trizzle.
The hot topic is love affair. I need to feel your love. I need to feel your love. So today we're going to talk about.
And it's not a secret love affair.
Okay. It's not a secret.
It's not a secret love affair.
It's a love affair. And you know what? I just looked up what affair is. Affair is a situation or subject that is being dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to deal with love today, but we're going to deal with it in a sense of how can you be in a relationship and actually feel love?
Yes.
We're going to talk about some emotions today. You know, if nobody want to talk about emotions, people emotional, but we're going to talk about emotions today. We're going to talk about feelings.
But Lady Free, what is love?
Okay, so love for me, of course, we know God is love. Everybody, we know that God is love.
Mm-hmm.
Love is an act. It's a decision that you make to show a particular type of feeling or emotion to someone. It's unconditional. It's not like boastful. It's not puffed up. It doesn't keep a record of wrong. It is unconditional. No matter what condition that love is in, no matter what condition you're in, my love should be able to cover that condition. My love is unconditional.
Yes.
So that to me, I don't know if I explained it well, but that is what love is to me.
That's awesome. And I believe that it is truly showing this level of emotion to the highest peak of yourself, giving yourself your highest emotion to an imperfect person.
Okay.
To an imperfect
imperfect, and that's the part that people don't get today.
To an imperfect
in our society, the culture is almost coming to a point where you can't even be transparent. You can't be imperfect anymore, because if you show any sign of being imperfect or flawed, then it's almost unthinkable for someone to love you through your flaws, to love you through your imperfections. But that is not the way God planned it. That is not the way he designed it for his children in his kingdom. Yeah. So that's who we talking to. We talking to kingdom citizens today. We talking to those people who truly understand that love is real, and we finna work it out. We're about to definitely work that out.
What's up, niece? My niece is on, my baby girl.
That's what I was trying to get to. I'm trying to get to who all
Tierra so much
is on today.
I must be missing it.
All right, so we got Mama Pearly. Mama Pearly is on today, and we have
Allie's birthday. Yes,
happy birthday to Two
Real. It was her birthday, so she's out celebrating. I don't know. I think she's in Aruba somewhere. I don't know if she came back yet, but she's in Aruba. She's in Aruba, Japan. Aruba, Japan. Both
somewhere.
of them. She's
so
somewhere in the city.
Evie. Hey, Evie Stevens. Y'all, today we are talking about a love affair. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about emotions, and we're going to talk about feelings. But the thing that I want to ask, because I have questions. My question is, when it comes down to love, Pastor Jay, what connects the act to the actual feeling?
What connects the act?
What's the connection? Because love is a language. It's a way to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that connects the actual act of loving someone to the feeling?
Yeah, communication. Because you can't connect if you don't know how to connect. So
that's important.
So I believe that communication is important to the connection, and that's one thing especially when you're dealing with people who you could kind of call yourself relating, because that's what, again, we say this all the time. Relationship is relating. So the only way that I could relate to you and connect the act with the emotion is communication, because I don't want to just be putting, a socket that's supposed to go into the wall, the plug in the wall, and I connect this socket to the TV right here and thinking that it's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
So the connection is communication.
Yeah, communication.
So that goes back to one thing that I really want to talk about today, and
that's
the 5 love languages.
The 5 love,
yeah, we're
the 5 heartbeats.
About the 5 love languages.
The 5 heartbeats.
Because one thing that is Gary Chapman, if you ever seen the book, The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman, he found the missing key that a lot of our parents didn't even know to teach us about how to feel loved in the household as a child with the parent, or how to feel the love between when you're dating someone, how to feel the love between your spouse. There was a link that was missing. And what he said was, out of all of his years of counseling, he said that there will be a husband sitting aside from his wife, and she say, I don't feel like he loves me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't show me that he loves me. And he would be baffled, like, no, I do love you. And he said, Dr. Chapman said, I would see the sincerity in him saying, no, I do love you. But he thought love was making sure the lights was on, paying all the bills, making sure she was provided for, making sure she had a roof over her head. And those were the things that his generation was taught. He said,
one thing, I'm sorry, you're not.
Well, I was just to close this out. He said that, so over the years, he tried to figure out what was that missing link? What was that thing? Because there was so many marriages that came into his counseling sessions that had that same problem. And what he did was read back over all of his notes over years, and he found 5 sections that he found were very prevalent to after that person said, I don't feel like my husband loves me, or my wife don't love me anymore. There were 5 specific categories that he always heard them say afterwards. And he came up with the 5 love languages. And with these 5 love languages, you will be able to actually, if you put it to good use, if you take this information and use it in your relationships, no matter what relationship, you will feel that love. Because I know me, I need to feel that love.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, my dad is on the line. He said, hey, Pastor Jay and Lady
Jesse Sheener.
What's up, Pastor?
Hi, Sheener. It's been a minute since we've seen
you.
Sheena
Bailey. What up, girl?
Okay, so
anyway, so let's go here for a second. We've been dealing for the last couple of weeks. We've been dealing with family, the broken family, the blended family, blending the family, and this is important because not only do we need to understand this topic here, how important it is, but it's important for our children.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It is very important for our children because whether we know it or not, our children, they have love languages.
They have love languages.
They have love languages. They do. Whether you want to believe it or not, I'm telling you, they and if you have more than one, some of us, some of us had about 6 or 5 or 4 kids. Some of us had more than one. I know some of us had more than one.
Okay.
But have you ever heard your child say, well, you treat my brother different, or you treat my sister different, or and that's really truly because every child has a different level of love that they need. Every child, every child has a different language that they need to be addressed or need to be spoken to. You know what I'm saying? So, and if we miss that, because again, like she was saying, my wife was saying earlier, that sometimes without that connection, we will not know how to add or to bring together the act and the feeling. Right. And that comes with our children, because guess what? If we leave them empty, if we leave their love tank empty, they will grow up really, really having a great need for love.
And look, for the feeling. So now you have a whole culture that is thriving on feelings. I feel. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. I'm a feeler. So because you don't address in the home the feeling of love, building that connection, speaking their love language, they grow up, like he said, with their love tank empty. And if the tank is empty, it's like a kid who is forbidden to eat sweets. You can't have no cake. You can't. And they see the cake. As soon as they get an opportunity to eat that cake, they're going to binge on that cake. They're going to eat as much as they can. Yes. And that's what happens. It's like around the teenage years, you'll start seeing them desiring and reaching out for that love language that they never got a chance to feel in the home.
And you don't want them eating off the wrong sugar or the wrong tree. You don't want them, because
it'll make you sick.
It'll make you sick, and that stuff be all in your mouth.
It will make them sick.
You got white cells on stuff in your mouth.
Crane, hey, how you doing?
You got that white stuff all in your mouth and looking all.
So,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the key thing. It's very. This is so important, man, and because this is an issue that is prevalent. A lot of parents truly don't have relationship with their kids, and a lot of times the kids grow up because they didn't get their love language met. When they grow up with a level of anger toward their parents. So the same thing, because some parents actually, like I was telling me and my wife had to talk about this earlier. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We had to talk about this earlier, and we were saying sometimes parents, because if you was in a relationship, 9 times out of 10, the reason why that relationship broke up, because you was not getting your love language met. You wasn't, a lot of times, some things that you didn't feel loved, you felt used. And 9 times out of 10, you were used. You were taken advantage of. And it's really because your love language was not met. So what happens is we have children out of these empty empty
tanks, baby.
Empty tanks. And we leave, it's unfortunate that we have kids in these situations, but now what happens is the kid is growing up in this place where the parent is lacking in their love as well. So what happens is, and I see this happen all the time. I see it even with, I'm gonna use women because this is a situation that I see happen a lot. The son will grow up because this man was not what he needed to be for this woman who was missing love. So now what she does is she trains the young man to be the love language that she was looking for.
To meet that language.
To speak that language. So what, you need to learn how to open the door for a lady. You need to learn how to pull a chair. This woman is teaching this man how to
feel her tank.
So, but the crazy part is that is, I think that's a level of selfishness, because again, that may not be his love language.
I don't think that's a level of selfishness per se, because we just starting to understand what love languages are. So, I mean, that woman may not even realize that she's teaching him based on the deficit that she is as far as love is concerned. She may have no clue that I'm teaching him how to open the doors for women and make sure you pull a woman's chair out. Don't never let her walk on the outside when y'all walking down the street. Always hold her hand. She may be teaching him that because that's the kind of man she desired, not even realizing that she's doing that to him.
Yeah, but that's why I said, so I believe like it can be unconsciously done, but it's still a selfish act, because again, this man, because you're fulfilling your level of love, his level of love could be just
the child. It could be
his level of love could be
time.
just quality time,
yeah.
or affirmation, or you know what I'm saying.
So instead of giving him the quality
so
time,
instead of giving him the love that he needs, because again, love reciprocates love.
Right.
Love reciprocates love. If you're getting your love tank filled, you have enough love to now reciprocate and give back.
Well, okay, so before we go for any further, we haven't even told you guys what the love languages are. So there are 5 love.
Hey, Tanisha.
Everybody does not know.
Everybody don't know.
Everybody don't know, baby.
Everybody know.
There are 5 love languages. 5 different languages that you speak in when you are speaking to someone who you desire to feel your love. Okay?
Come on here.
So the first one is words of affirmation.
Listen, words of affirmation.
What is that?
I need you to tell me I look good, and or I need you to tell me.
It goes deeper than that.
I need you to let me know what I got on, this dope cowboy outfit I got on. I need y'all on here, if y'all cowboy fans, tell me that this look good. Do this number 88 jersey look good?
Okay, so that is one form of
do this number 88 jersey and then this dope hat to go with it. Come on. Y'all cowboy fans on here. Come on. All right.
So that is one way that you express words of affirmation. If that's your language, then you're the type of person who needs people to say that what you look like is oh, you look nice today. Oh, I like those glasses you have on. Man, that's a nice jersey and that's a nice hat. Mm-hmm. And also you need people. It's like a need. You need people. This is your primary language now. You need people to tell you did a good job. You did. Oh, I saw what you did. That was real good what you did.
Man, you ain't called me and tell me my birthday was a day.
To affirm, baby, I don't think that's one of them.
I know some people
to affirm.
That is one. Oh. You ain't tell me you forgot my birthday.
Maybe that. Okay, so to affirm them on their birthday, to let them know, hey man, happy
affirmation
birthday.
Period.
Affirmation. Just those words.
Letting you know that you acknowledge them even being.
That's how you show me that you love me.
Yeah.
By acknowledging me with words of affirmation.
No, you don't, Dad. My dad said he got a hat for me. If it ain't is it a cowboy hat, Dad? Okay.
You know it's not. Okay, so number 2.
Thank you, parent.
This is not in a certain order, but number 2 is receiving gifts. You have some people that they feel loved when they receive gifts, and that's their primary language. This does not mean that this person is a gold digger. This person is money hungry. This person is all about the bag and the tag.
I ain't saying she's a broke. Okay.
Right. But this person, they feel love, and the gift doesn't even have to be expensive. The gift can be something like a card. The fact that you took the time out of your day and thought about them while you were on your way home. You got a rose and a card.
Flowers.
And they'll love that gesture because it showed them that you thought about them, and that's how they feel the love, okay?
Yeah.
So that's the receiving gifts. Now, if you like gift giving and you're doing it because that's your love language, that's not the same thing. In order for that person to feel your love language, feel love from you, you have to speak their language, not speak yours to them, okay? Acts of service. This is the person that, okay, if you take the trash out, if you fix something around the house, if you massage his feet because he's been working all day, he's tired, fix him dinner, different things like that. The acts of service. This person realizes, wow, I feel loved because this person took the time out to just serve, to do something nice for me, Okay, so that's acts of service. Quality time. Quality time is not just sitting. This number 4. Okay. Quality time is not just sitting on the couch watching a movie, because
there's time spent though, ain't it?
Well, no. Okay, it's time spent, but quality time is different. Quality time says, I'm giving you my undivided attention. It's not divided by the phone. Uh-huh. It's not divided by the time you spend watching a movie where we're really not talking to each other. Quality time is more like, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be expensive. It could be going to the park, laying out a little picnic and just having that time, no cell phones, no interruptions, to let that person know that right now, this moment, this moment is a moment I want to spend with you and you only. And for that person whose love language is quality time, they feel so good to know that you took that time out just for them. They need to feel like they're special in that way in your life, that you would take time out just for them. And the last one is physical touch. Now, physical touch is not sex all the time. Physical touch can lead to sex when you're married. That's what we're saying. We vouching for that part. But physical touch is like, have you ever seen a little kid that just loves to hug or likes to touch things all the time? Just like to be touched. Put, arm on the shoulder, a pound, a high five. Those are signs of physical touch. That child needs, or that person needs, that physical aspect to feel loved. And these are actually the 5 love languages. So if you bring me something home every day, you just want to shower me with gifts because you love buying me things, but my love language is quality time, I will know that you love me, but I will not feel loved by you if you don't speak my language. Do you understand that?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Let's go back for a second, y'all. Let's go back. Let's go back to the old time way. But anyway, so that goes again what we were saying with the kids, and I don't know why I keep being stuck on the children, because this is where it starts from.
That's where it starts.
Because a lot of times I know when I used to come home and my son was just happy that I was coming home, but I would come home with a pair of shoes or a pair of sneakers for him, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm showing him I love him. I'm keeping him fresh. Got a fresh kicks for my kid. He representing me. He going out here looking fresh, and he like, nah, Dad, let's go play some basketball. Or, Dad, can you play the game with me?
His love language is quality time.
Dad, can you come in here with me, Dad? Come talk to me, Dad. And it's like, I just bought you a pair of shoes, man. Let me relax. You know what I'm saying? Leave you alone. Dad, come on, Dad. Oh, man. So, and he get, so the thing is, we always believe that what we think is love.
Come on.
This is what they should accept because we think that this is what they need. He don't care about the shoes. He didn't care about the shoes. He cared the fact that I actually noticed that he wanted to just me to see that he was good at playing the game, or he was good in basketball, or he was good in football. Right. He was good at doing it. And he wanted the time for me to actually see that. So it was like, man, we do this a lot with our kids because, again, what we do is we miss the little hints. You know what I'm saying? Even something like the kid just jumping in your lap all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like he want to sit in your lap and just be, or she wants to sit in your lap, or she wants to be close to you, or she, come here, Daddy, let me show you my artwork that I did, or come here, let me show you this. And it's like, hey, sweetheart, Daddy got you something. No, we gotta make sure that we are looking at the cues, that we're not missing the cues, because if we miss the cues, they're gonna get them cues filled out with however way they search for them cues that were missed.
Yes, they will get it somewhere else.
They will get it, and you do not want them to search in the wrong places for cues.
Yes.
For missing cues.
And this is a good question. How many of you know what your child's love language is? Like if you have 4 children, you can't show love in one way. You can't show love as, okay, everybody, let's go to the movies. That child's love language could be acts of service.
Yeah.
So you have to actually pay attention to those cues and those signs. What is it that your child likes to do more than anything? Is it sit down with you, like he said, and play a video game? I just want to spend some time with you. Is it the hugs that you receive from that child? Some of the love languages are harder to decipher than the others. But at the same time, gift giving, if they get so excited about a little gift that you give to them, and it's something that they cherish and treasure, those are little things that you see. Now, there is a aspect to this that we have to understand as well. Because if your child's love language is physical touch, and that child wants to hug you one day and you're not in a good mood, or you had a hard day at work, and you reject that child, and you tell that child, look, hold up, not right now. Or how some kids like to play around as they get older, and you be like, look, stop playing with me, and buck at them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
that child at that point, the same love language that they have is physical touch. When you turn that around on them, they feel rejected.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying earlier that it makes them angry when they get older.
Yeah.
But I would say it makes them feel rejected as they get older.
Yeah.
And that feeling of rejection comes out looking all kind of ways. It could come out looking like anger.
I say it because this is so prevalent today. Like you said, because now the kid gets older, they're older. Not even teenagers no more. They're in their 20s and 30s, and you don't have a relationship with them. Do you know how easy it is and how hard it is? It's easy and hard. It is easy to disconnect from something that's empty, but it's hard because you're looking at it and you know that it's empty.
Okay, wait, explain that.
Now, if you as a father or a mother have not helped fill my love tank, as I got, and now I'm an adult, I still have this emptiness of a tank. So it is easy for me to disconnect from my parent who has not filled the love tank, and I feel like that really is a lot of our responsibilities, because this is the first love that these kids know and learn how to get these tanks filled. Yeah. So if you don't help to fill these tanks, then it's easy for them to disconnect from the parent, but it's hard because the tank is empty, and this is really the emotions that you carry. Because remember what we said, love is what? It's emotional. It's an emotional action that you give to imperfect people. So the thing is, if there's a level of emptiness, if the tank is empty, it's easy to disconnect. So when we wonder why the kids are disconnected from us and we don't really have that relationship, then we got to really go back to what was missing in the beginning.
How did I show them love?
Yeah, how do I show them love?
To them?
What is your love language?
Communicate? Because remember, you said communication is the thing that connects.
Yeah.
So the disconnect has to come from that lack of communication. Did you speak their love language? You may not have even known love languages existed then. But what happens though? What happens? Because I know a situation that's going on like this right now. Okay.
What happens when you can't communicate?
What do you mean?
Because a lot of times there's a level of anger that sits in, or a level of disappointment that sits in. Right. So again, like I said, there's a disconnect.
Right.
And you can't communicate because the other person is not communicating with you to find out.
So you desire to communicate, but the person that you want to communicate, send a text.
Keep sending the text.
Send a text, baby. People don't have to respond to a text. If they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. Eventually, they'll look at the phone. Send a text. We have no excuses now that we can't communicate with someone who we want to communicate with, but the barrier is up and they don't want to communicate with us. Send a text. Send another text.
And send another
text. And let the text be things like, you know what? I didn't realize that growing up that this is how I loved you and you needed something different from me. So forgive me. Give me an opportunity to love you right. Yeah, I need to feel your love.
Yeah, or help me, or show me how to love you.
Show me how to love you.
Tell me what it is that I did not do. And that's one thing I went back to all my kids who I really know that I have not, because I know that I did not fulfill their love language. So I made sure now that I go back. Because I still got to go back to two of them. So my daughters, I got to go back to them and just find out what their love language is, so that I can be that love to them that I didn't give them when they were little.
And see, the thing about love is love desires to help make sure that the person that the love is directed towards is getting what they need. Love desires that. I desire to fill your love tank up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time and really find out what your love language is, because I could be in this marriage spinning my wheels thinking that I'm loving you because I was taught, you fix the plate for the man, you cook, the cleaning thing that the women are taught. So, because I was taught by that generation. So, and I say, oh, babe, you looking real good today. His love language may not be words of affirmation. Now, mind you, the well-rounded person, they get their primary love language spoken to them more frequent than the other four, but all four love languages need to be met. So I need to find out what your love language is and really understand what your love language and how to meet you in that place and fill you up.
I do want to say this, Lady Free. I do want to say this, and I need to testing 1 2.
Okay.
All right. I will make sure the people in the back in the cheap seats heard me back there.
Right,
So
gotcha.
so I really want to say this. It was so amazing. Like when I first met her, honestly, I did not know what my love language was because I really didn't care, to be honest with you.
Right.
I didn't even care about a love language. I just cared about making love, or meaning like making my feelings.
Right.
I was making what I needed. So that was my concern. But when I got with this queen over here, it was like she was fulfilling languages that I didn't even realize that
you needed to be spoken
that I
to,
didn't
you
even
boo.
needed to be spoken to. Like she just did things, and it was like, whoa. And every time she did something, it was like a calming to me. And it was like something that cause I never, when I tell you, I never reciprocated. It was just like, okay, when I got with people, I got with them for a specific reason. There was a specific motive. Then I holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Next 2 days or whatever. But in between those 2 days, it was the same. So I had a pattern going on with a pattern of people.
Thank God for growth.
But when I got with her, like I
Right.
said, I didn't even understand it till like she started communicating, like talking to me like a friend. And it was like, oh wow. She really giving me, and our conversation wasn't even about us. It was just, we had great conversation.
Yeah.
And all I knew was like, dang, wow, this is dope. And the more I had conversation with her, the more I wanted to talk to her. The more I had conversation, the more I know, like this empty tank was she was putting
Well, you
gas.
wanted to tank out.
She was putting gas in the tank. And it was like I was fueling off of her being, not even understanding that she was fulfilling love languages I didn't even know that I had.
And y'all let the record show that this had nothing to do with sex.
Nothing, because
had not done
she
that.
made me wait, y'all.
See,
She
I
made me
should have
wait.
made him wait until marriage. However,
You couldn't hold out.
baby, stop.
She couldn't hold out.
Anyway, so
Shoot.
the thing, what are you trying to say to me?
What I'm trying to say is, you said, so like I just want to go back to the beginning and
Right.
say that I didn't even know that quality time, that is quality, because I was with women, but I didn't have conversation. It's like I couldn't talk to them. I
Right.
was just with them, and we were sitting there, and I'm having a conversation. I didn't really care because, again, I'm looking at from my eyesight, my eye gates. So my eye gates were the thing that were driving me. So I'm with somebody, I don't even know what to say to her because she don't even know what to say.
My
So it
God.
was like, I didn't understand what it was until I started really, like I said, being with a real woman who understood. And I guess it was like maybe your love languages was that as well, because again, it was so easy for us to be and fulfill some tanks
And
that
that's
we
why-
didn't even know.
And
So
that's why we have to have more grace for people in these relationships. What we see now is we see man against woman. Now they got this thing called the male, like the male identified woman. That's the woman that they're saying that she need a man to identify her and create an identity for her and all of that stuff. And we're coming up with all of these phrases and all of these things to turn men and women against each other, which is making the relationship more difficult. The thing about it is, like he said, he's admitting to the fact he didn't even know that he wanted conversation. I didn't know about love languages at the time. I just was being who I was. I like having conversation. I like interacting because my love language definitely is quality time.
So because let's be honest here. When you, like, seriously, I'm
You gotta
thinking
have more
about
grace, y'all.
No, I'm being honest, like for real. Like when I really go back and think about it, my conversation was, how are we gonna get together? You know what I'm saying? Meaning, okay, do you like this? Do you like it this way? That was the conversation.
What do you mean?
Meaning like my
You was
conversation.
trying to feel me out?
No. I'm talking about before we got together. My conversation was, how are we gonna get together intimately? How are we gonna, because you really don't understand, because I didn't, I'm gonna use me, because I didn't understand my love language and I didn't understand how empty my tank was. All I know was that I got to get something fulfilled. So I had to go out and try to fulfill and fill this empty tank when it was not my job. So my thing was, I had like I was a predator. So when I got with somebody,
you weren't. Change that.
No, not a predator like that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like I was like, I knew what I wanted.
Be real comfortable.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I was meaning when I say that, I mean like I knew what I wanted, and I went after what I wanted, right. And it was straight down, straight street. It was no conversation. It was okay. Look, how we gonna do this? Like, you know, what's up?
I don't know. I have to beg to differ because I do not remember a conversation with you in the beginning about how we gonna get together.
Because that's not how we got together.
Okay, I thought you were talking about us.
I said I'm talking about before we got together.
Right, gotcha.
My conversation piece with people, with women that I got with,
right,
was straight down, straight street. Because again, a lot of people that I got with, because again, I didn't understand my love language and I didn't know how to even get it fulfilled. Yeah. I was just going for a physical feeling. And I felt that physical feeling would replace what was empty in my tank.
And that's something that's real important too, because people act like when they in these relationships, we don't look at the important things when we're gathering data. Yeah, we said when you date, that's your time to gather data. But if you don't even know what kind of data to gather, then you won't know, because if your love language is not a part of the data that you're gathering,
yes.
if the purpose behind why this person wants to even be in a relationship with you is not the information that you're gathering, if the fact of whether this child has children who they may not be giving that love to because their tank is empty, so now you're coming into it, it's a lot that you have to get. But at the same time, you have to remember, relationships today are hard because there's so much false information and so much negative information that's out there. That's why we're coming to you saying, listen, it's a way that me and you can have a real love affair. Not a secret love affair.
I was in Atlanta.
Where I need to feel your love. I want to feel loved by my husband. I want to feel that love. So this is how you can feel, how I can feel it, by you speaking the language that
I was in Atlanta. Love. I was in Atlanta. I kid you not. I was in Atlanta, right? And my boy, I was riding in the car with him, and I watched him holler at this girl. It was like, this is all it took for her to. He said, "Hey, you got a boyfriend?" He's talking to like, he was real country. Hey man, you got a boyfriend? No. Give me your number. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna hook up with you. Okay. I was like, that's all it took. But so I'm saying in today's society, it's like the conversation is like to really understand that this conversation it lacks today in our, well, it lets me know whose tanks are empty by the amount of conversation that you're able to have. Because again, if there's nothing in there, then you have nothing to give.
Right.
You have nothing to give. So it's like, if it takes nothing, if it takes literally nothing for you to be able to conquer, to hook up, then you got to really understand that that person's tank is empty. It may be empty, and you really may be kind of. So you got to be really keen and to understand, like, what am I getting into? What is this gonna be a dangerous situation? Because there's a lot of situations that I got in and that I didn't even realize because I was going in with the wrong eye. Yeah. I was going in with another eye, with my fourth eye.
Okay, all right.
I was going in with my fourth eye and not realizing that, man, but I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't care.
What? Finish that.
I went in with the fourth eye, and I went in with the wrong motive. And not understanding, because every easy situation that I got in was a trouble situation.
Every easy situation.
It was real hard to get out of.
I believe that.
It was hard to get out of.
I believe that, because if my love tank is empty and I get with you thinking that you're going to fulfill that for me, and you end up giving me, well, let me say this, and you end up feeling me, but not fulfilling me, then that's when people go into, you crazy. No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. But I came to get my love fulfilled, and I came to you thinking that that's what was going to happen, and all you wanted to do was get your feel on. So what you want me to do?
Yes. And
now you got my emotions. Now for real, you got my emotions all tied up into the fact that you were supposed to show me something to make me feel better. You wasn't supposed to bring me to a point where I feel low. Now I'm running after you and trying to, as people say, find my identity in a man. See, that's wrong, because we have to have grace for women too, because a lot of women are not receiving that love that they deserve and that they need from childhood. And so they're growing up and they're looking for something that is so beautiful and so precious as love. And the thing is, some people say, well, why do I have to speak the love language? Well, the example that I saw when I was really trying to figure this thing out was, if I speak English and you speak Chinese.
Oh
my God. let me start again. If I speak English and you don't say that again, please. See, we can't do that. And you speak Portugal, then we're not going to understand. It's going to be a disconnect in our communication. So if your love language is quality time, and I decide, well, shoot, my language is gift giving, so I'm just going to speak to you in my language, and if you don't feel love, that's on you. No, I got to speak your language and you got to speak my language in order for us to communicate well. And that's part of why relationships break down, because we're not communicating love well. If you want to learn how to communicate well, there's a book, The 5 Love Languages. They even have Dr. Gary Chapman even has a book it says 5 Love Languages for Children. He covered the whole family.
I wonder if there a 6th love language.
He said it's not. He said from basically all the research, somebody asked that question too. Like, is there a 6th love language? And everything that was asked was tied up into those 5. But I have another question.
Sure.
So when someone says to their spouse, or if a child says to their parent, or, if you're in a relationship and your mates or your person says to you, I don't feel like you love me, what are they really trying to say?
I don't feel like you said it again?
I don't feel like you love me.
If a parent says that to
you? If you say it to me as my spouse, or vice versa, if a child says it to their parent, or if we're just dating and I say it to my person, what am I really trying to say when I say I don't think you love me?
Because you're not considerate of my love needs. You're not
Break
thinking.
It down.
Meaning that because like your love language is quality time.
Right.
So if I come in now, I know this for a fact because you tell me, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like a lot of times I come in, I'm on my phone when I'm with you, and being on my phone, you like my undivided attention. So because you like my undivided attention, if every time you wanted to spend time with me and I just sat there and I didn't pay you no mind, that's me. That's me just giving you half of what you need.
And it makes me feel like something else or somebody else. Your phone is more important than me at the time.
You would definitely not feel love, because it's like, I'm not giving you your love language. And if I don't do that, then I don't get no loving.
That's not true. You get it regardless. Stop playing. But regardless of that, I don't even know why he threw that in there. Regardless of that, that's true. And like even and people have to understand something too.
It is true.
Right now, okay, so Dr. Chapman says that he calls it the love tank. That's how he calls the love language, the love tank. And just being transparent, because this is Shift Real Talk. This is what we do. We talk real talk about our relationship as well. We had a conversation. And our conversation, because we were asked in the little lesson, it says, ask your spouse on a scale of 0 to 10, where is your love tank right now?
Where's your love tank?
And you said at about a 5.
Shift Real Talk Nation.
And you said about a 5. Yeah, answer that question. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
If you had to gauge where your love tank, how full your love tank is from a scale of 0 to 10, what would be your answer?
Pearly, Mama Pearl, where's your little tank at? What would you say? Is it on full? Mama, I'm sure yours was on full.
Okay, so you said yours was on 5.
Yeah, mine was on 5.
And the thing was, if your spouse,
that's because I got a diesel engine, diesel.
If your spouse or if your person or your child says anything less than 10, that was the standard. Anything less than 10, your next question to them is supposed to be, what can I do to help fill it? Well, people act like when you're in a relationship that everything has to be perfect. Well, my love tank.
Mind provoking said hers is at an 8.
My love tank is on like a 3 right now. Okay. And that's the season we're in. Because as he said, his phone takes precedence.
Mama Pearlie said hers is at a 10.
Baby.
People are answering.
I know, but we can get to that. But please don't interrupt me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You can't forget we asked the question.
I know, we did, but we're going to give people time to chime in, more than 2-3 people to chime in with their answer. See, and just me being transparent, mine is on, like I said, about a 3. Mm-hmm. Because me and you are going through something right now where when you get home, you're tired. When you're tired and I want my quality time, and it's not every night. It doesn't have to be an every night thing. It could be 15 minutes of just quality time where you give me your undivided attention. Mm-hmm. That phone takes precedence. It's something about that phone. My husband is hooked to this phone. And so when I need him to speak and be there and just give me that time to say, baby, this moment right here is for you, undivided, he can't help it. Might come on, so he got to look at the Cowboy score, or it's always going to be something to divide his attention from me. And for someone with the love language of quality time, to us, what that equates is that, or whoever that is on that text message or whatever that is you're looking at, is more important than me in this moment, in my time.
Well,
so that's my thing. But the beautiful part about it is that doesn't mean your love tank cannot be filled up. And I know that you're going to feel, because this is something new to us too. I know that we're going to work towards filling up each other's love tank, because that's going to be my mission. That's my assignment. And I understand the assignment to fill his love tank, to make sure that it's on 10 so we could go far.
Mia, yours is at a 6. Mia! Pastor Williams.
So, okay, now Mama Pearlie, she says hers is on a 10. Mind provoking is on an 8. Mia is on a 6. I'm so
mind provoking.
I am so happy for you guys.
What got your love tank on an 8, guy?
I'm happy for y'all, but if I could be
Mama Pearlie, I'm jealous, Mama.
I desire for mine to be more than what it is, and we're gonna.
But let me tell you, mine's on a 5, because I tell you, I got a big tank. Yeah, I got a big diesel tank. So my tank, my gas tank is.
And plus,
it is a 12-cylinder.
And plus, just being honest too, I didn't know what your love. I thought your love language was physical touch. So I know that if your love language was physical touch, I know you'd be like on like a 15 right now, because that's what I thought. But because I didn't know, and now I'm finding out your love language is quality time, right?
Yes, conversation.
Then what I have to do,
conversate.
What I have to do is I have to start giving you that quality time, those good conversations and those things that cause you to feel loved, because the topic is love affair, right? That's the hot topic. So imagine how many secret love affairs we can bypass if we learn to love each other in our love language. If we learn to keep that tank on 10. Now that's the assignment.
Hold on, mind provoking. We gotta talk. She said, "My fiance." My fiance. Wait a minute. You didn't. I call her fiance.
Okay.
My fiance. She said, "It will never be perfect, as we don't live in a perfect world. We don't. I had to -2 based on imperfections being acknowledged."
Gotcha.
Jesse's love language is them Cowboys. No, it ain't, Quincy.
So, yes, it is.
But before this week, it was a 1 or 2. Mia. Whoa.
But see, but you know what? The beauty of that is that's real. That's real talk.
That's real talk.
Because me and my husband, we have a good relationship. We laugh, we talk, and even now with the love tank filling, and let me tell y'all something that I know God spoke to me even before we got here. It's a good thing that your love is not the only love there is. And let me tell you what I mean by that.
Yeah, explain to me what you mean by that.
Before my husband and I got back together, we was on a 3-year break. When we got back together, for those 3 years, God showed me how to be loved in my love language. I didn't date nobody. I was by myself. And some people be like, girl, but see, That's my love language. And for some reason, it was like almost orchestrated that God had me in a place where it was just me and him. It was just me and him. So I learned how to spend time with him. I learned how to be loved by him. I did that before I got married in my love language. So I know what it feels like to be loved by him. So when I get with my husband, now that we're learning this love language thing, guess what? If he don't get it perfectly from the beginning, I can't say, well, my husband don't love me because no, I know he does love me. But will I be able to feel his love more than I feel it now? Yeah, one day, as we continue to process ourselves through understanding these love languages. I give grace for the situation because I need grace for it too.
But hold on, y'all. But hold on.
Talk to me.
Well, I ain't gonna say most men. Some guys. Okay, let me not even throw y'all out there like that. I'm gonna use me.
Please.
I used to think that me showing you love was how well I could perform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How well I could do.
A lot of women feel that way too.
So we keeping it 100.
We keeping it a book. That's right.
Keeping it a book. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, look, I done made you feel. I made you feel like passing out.
Right.
You go to sleep afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But that's not it. That is not even a little tick in the tank. That's probably what Mia is at that one, thinking, you know, saying somebody thinking that she, you know, they done did the flips and backflips and cartwheels and stuff like that, and you done did every trick and you done jumped and did.
But see, that's necessary too, though. Because like I said,
you didn't tell me that.
But like I said, a well-rounded person is loved in all 5 love languages and knows how to receive and give in each one of the languages. But there's only
one person that can love you with all 5 love languages with no problem at all.
100%.
And that is our Lord and Jesus
our
Christ,
Savior, Jesus Christ, baby. Because he showed me 100%.
See, he had her in the place, but he took me through the place.
Right.
I went through
and
place.
That's why I thought your love language was physical touch, because in the midst of you going through your thing was physical touch. So that's why I thought it was. But at the end of the day, what happens?
What my dad say?
Pop Jesse says, well, after I had my baby boy, I had my knee baby girl 9 months later, not realizing the time frame. 2 years later, I had my baby girl. My knee baby girl brought to my attention that I was something else. When I asked her why you said that, she said that he was born 9 months before my son was born, and I never realized that. And that's what I'm talking about. A lot of times we going through life and we doing either what we saw, we doing what we were taught, we just trying to figure it out, and we messing up a lot of times. We doing a whole bunch of different stuff, not even realizing how we were until we get older and wiser, some of us, and look back in the rearview mirror just long enough to see, wow, I did that.
That's that old wise wisdom. He said knee baby.
Oh yeah, that knee baby.
That knee baby. You had the baby on bended knee, Dad? Down on bended knee.
So listen. At the end of the day, y'all, we being real transparent. I'm gonna get back to y'all on my love tank next week and see what my love tank is on. Now, mind you, your love tank, like Mia said, will never be perfect. It'll never be 10. But the assignment is to try to fill it up as much as I possibly can to the point where he will never, ever be on E. That's not because I need to feel your love.
My brother from another mother, David. Dave, what up, man? I miss you, bro. We ain't talk, man. Don't let so much time go.
Dave says, I like to use conversation starters to try to communicate. You can order on Amazon.
Okay.
You right about that. Hey, Keisha and Scooter, we love you guys. Listen, and that's the bottom line. That's right, Dave. Find ways to learn how to communicate. If your lady's love language is quality time, Get some conversation starter games going. Spend that time with her. Make her laugh. You will notice it won't even take no hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours. It don't even have to be every single day. But she'll feel love from you like she's never felt. If it's gift giving, go to the store, get a rose. Bring it and say, I was just thinking about you today.
But you know what, though? Dave is one of those guys that I done seen Dave. Dave is one of those quality, that dude know how to speak. He'll go to the park, Dave is that guy.
Yeah, he could be that guy, but what if her love language is not quality time? Yeah. What if her love language is acts of service, and all
Dave
she really wants you to do is vacuum the carpet and have them little lines in the carpet, so when she come home, she'll see the house clean after a long day when you off, and it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? She'll get a lot of energy, trust. So we have to be mindful of the fact that, yeah, we know how to love the way we love. But in order for that person...
Or we know how to love from our emptiness of love.
Okay, so we know how to love how we want to be loved. Yeah. Or how we love.
True.
But the thing about it is, in order for you to truly, truly have that healthy relationship, it's not about all the stuff, lights on and all the refrigerator full of food and all that stuff. If my love language is physical touch, then that has to be if that's my primary language. You filling the refrigerator up and paying all the bills is part of it, yes, but it's not the main thing for me to feel love from you. I'll know that you love me, but I want to feel your love.
So listen, y'all, listen, man. I always want to take time, just to kind of give a couple of shout outs real quick before we go on. Listen, I want to thank a couple of you people, man. Y'all been rocking with us for and I appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking for Mia Williams. You've been rocking with us for a minute,
since
man.
Day
we
one.
love you. Mind provoking
since day
man,
one.
Since day one.
That's right.
De'Ara, man, we love you for real. My boy, my dad don't
since
miss an episode. Even if he fall asleep, he'll call me, let me know. My son, that's my right. bad. I passed out, but that's okay, man. And we got some, we even got a new name, Keisha and Scoot. Keisha and my boy Scoot, man. Y'all been rocking. Right. I just want to just give y'all man, I just want to give y'all some flowers because I can't just give it to you right now. I can't give it to you, but I'm just
giving out flowers. Mama Pearly says she giving these flowers out, and y'all, we cannot forget about those people who have decided to be a part of the Real Talk Nation. And these people, Mama Pearly, we love you so much. Seti Crane, we love you. Quincy and listen, at Sacred Stone Studios. If you in Houston, baby, come to Sacred Stone Studios and get your work done.
Mama Pearly said, let me just read this real quick.
I hadn't finished.
Okay, she hadn't finished. You're right.
I'm sorry. I was giving a shout out to Sacred Stone Studios.
You're right. Give a shout out.
Just letting the people know that, come down to Sacred Stone Studios on Emancipation. They will take care of you. We love them. They've been rocking with us since day one.
No, it's because actually, if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be no Shift Real Talk.
Be.
So we owe them. We owe them a lot, man. And when I say them boys looked out for us, man. The men, married men, they looked out for us, man. And Quincy and Marcus, man.
David Battle, you rocking with us. David Battle faithfully rocks with us. Yeah. Shares with people. Mama Pearly shares.
Mama Pearly said, hers is a 10 because God, He is my husband after 46 years of marriage.
Come on, Mama.
Come on, Mama Pearly.
That's who started. Oh, yeah. That's who started my love journey.
Oh yeah. He's the
Richard
author.
Watson. Thank you so much. We got Samir Shahu on the line.
Tanisha Wells too. Tanisha's on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we gonna listen. Mia.
We love you guys.
We want y'all to send a prayer out. We gonna we get opportunity, man. We want to pray for Tanisha Wells, man, and pray that God really intervenes.
Yes.
And we just believe the report of the Lord. We believe the report
Regina
of the Lord.
Burham.
My Aunt Doris that be on the line. Thank you,
Doris. For rocking with us. Listen, tell somebody. Each one reach one. Share with somebody. Subscribe to the channel if this is really doing something to impact your life. Like I said, if it doesn't ever help anybody else, it definitely helps our marriage.
And listen, y'all, we working on some real special guests, y'all. Like coming up, man. We working on. We ain't working on it yet. I ain't gonna say it yet, but we got a very well known person, couple people that's gonna be coming on shift that agreed to come on And so y'all stay
so
rocking with us.
So when y'all see that flyer come out, make sure y'all share it with everybody you know. As a matter of fact, y'all listen, this podcast is not about getting as many people and getting as many viewers. This podcast is about bringing those viewers in that really need what we have. And they say, you know what? I know somebody else that needs this. We're here to meet a need. We're here to get the word out that marriage and relationships, yes, there's some ups and some downs. Yes, sometimes it can be rocky, but it's a beautiful thing if you do it the way God designed it. It was designed, y'all. This is a beautiful creation.
Let me say something real quick while Tanisha and Mia and them on the line, but this is for Tanisha. Sometimes, Tanisha, God allows certain things to happen so that he can really get us into the place where we really understand that let me say it like this. Some of us don't really realize how much we need God until he's all we need, all we have.
That's right. Come on.
So the point is, God allows things to happen so that we can get in that place to understand who is God in our life.
Yes.
So understand what you're going through right now. I promise you. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. Yeah. So I promise you, just get in his presence and just watch him move.
Yeah.
I watch him move.
Because y'all, we in the times now where God is saying people will tell you anything to make you believe that Jesus Christ is not real. But once you go through what he has designed for your life to go through, they can't take your experience away.
Can't take it away.
Because you will not be able to take my experience away that Jesus is real. And I know what he did in my life. The things that I've gone through.
Yes.
So with that being said, whatever you going through, anybody out there, whatever you going through, all God is saying is, I'm taking you through this so you could be my witness that no matter what they say about me, you'll be able to say, no,
that's right.
I know he's real because I know what he did in my life.
Yeah, so we want everybody on the line to pray.
Yeah.
Pray for my sister, Tanisha Wells.
That's right.
Pray for her. And Tanisha, understand something. You know, and we got to go. I promise you.
That's right.
But understand this. The enemy, when what he does is he studies us.
He does.
He's like a football coach. When they prepare for the game, they study film on their opponent. Mm-hmm. So what he does is he studies you to understand what's going to throw you off.
Talk about it.
So when he went to God, he actually went to God, and God said, "Have you considered my servant Job?" But God wasn't asking him, was he considering Job? He was knowing when he came to God about Job, God was saying, "Oh, you considering him, right?" And the reason why he considered him because of who he was, what was inside of him, and what he was walking as. He was walking as somebody great. See, a lot of us are walking as somebody great, and the enemy is studying you to make sure everything that's around you, everything that you have, that he's going to study you enough to knock it and take it away, and distracting you. That's all he's doing. So just understand. I promise you. Trust God. Trust God in this.
And when he considers you, just understand that in the end, God will get the victory.
He will get the victory.
Won.
He already won.
He already won.
We already got the prayer warriors up. The prayer warriors on the phone. Mia put you on. We're going to pray. We are consistently praying. We're going to consistently pray. We're going to pray and we're going to pray until we get that report back. Come on.
Right.
So we trust in God. We trust in God, y'all. We love y'all. Love y'all. And listen, we got to go. Our time is up. Come on. Tune in. Please share, like and share.
WBABC
Radio, my boy. Thank you.
And until next Tuesday, we want to see those numbers change and get higher because you know that it's something you heard on Shift Real Talk Tuesdays that the world needs to hear.
Happy birthday, Alec Crane, Too Real.
Happy birthday, Too Real. Until next Tuesday, same time, same place. And we are out.
Peace.
For watching.